What's up, guys? Welcome to the Addict to Entrepreneur podcast. I am your host, and today I got a guest here. His name is Anthony Torgerson, also known as Tony. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Tony.
Well, hello, my name's Tony. I am an addict, and I don't know. Like, I'm just me. Like, there's really not much to say. I mean, love me, hate me, whatever. It's your choice.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your upbringing, Tony, your childhood. How do you think that your childhood and stuff could have led you into active addiction?
Well, for me personally, like, I grew up pretty well. Like, my mom was always there. She worked her ass off to raise 3 kids. Like, I have one older brother, one younger sister, and we're all really close, like, within just, like, a year or two. Like, my older brother's 2 years older than me, and my younger sister, she's only 13 months younger than me. So we're all really close, like, in like, an age gap. So there was always lots of bickering and fighting. But my mom did her best. And honestly, for a long time, I did sort of feel like I have like a lot of abandonment issues because my dad left when I was about 2.5 years old. Like, I remember the day like it happened just yesterday, like in vivid detail. It was an awful situation, for to be able to remember it at like 2 years old, like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, no shit.
That was almost 31 years ago. Like, but like. Being in recovery and stuff like that, like, it's helped me sort of move past it. But also growing up, like, my mom's been married. She's married for a 3rd time now. So, like, my first stepdad, he became a part of my life when I was about 3.5. So it wasn't too long after my dad left that I got another one. But I wouldn't call him like a bad guy. Like, like nobody's perfect. But, he had his issues. He had his quirks, I guess. And I don't know. He was not really there for any of us. I mean, it didn't feel that way. Like, nowadays, like, me and him have, like, a really good bond. We have a really good relationship. But growing up, I didn't feel like there was like a parental support like at home at all. Like, my mom was always at work, working 2-3 jobs to support 3 kids and paid bills, take care of my stepdad that was home. He didn't really work for a few years. He had muscular dystrophy that was kind of up and down, and so he didn't really have much of an option to work. So, like, my mom was just always gone. My stepdad wasn't really there. And, addict mentality, even at, like, a young age. Well, you're not my fucking dad, so...
Yeah.
There was no structure. Mom's gone all the time. You're not my dad. What the fuck are you going to do about it anyway?
Yeah. So you're pretty much just left to run with your own accord. Not really a father figure to look up to, so you kind of left to your own devices and to the world around you on your own, pretty much.
Absolutely. And then my older brother, like, being that he's only like 2 years older than me, growing up, my friends are my friends. You go find your own friends. And I was always sort of like pushed to the side, pushed to the back, and my little sister, she's a little girl, like, she was the only girl, so, like, I can't just be fucking hanging out with girls all the time. That'd make me fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
But, anyway, like, today, like, my siblings, like, they mean the world to me, and I wouldn't ask for anybody different, but, the way this childhood sort of, like, affected me as far as my addiction, like, I used to numb the pain, used to not feel the abandonment, not feel the neglect. I've been married once before. I have 2 baby mamas, 3 daughters. And, like, every time I've been in a relationship, everybody leaves. My dad left. My stepdad's gone. You know, my mom was never there. My older brother, he's in the military, so he's never fucking around. My sister lives across the country in Jacksonville, Florida. You know, like, you know, everybody that I've ever loved sort of just leaves. So, like, you know, like that's something that really uh, forced, you know, like my addiction to like really take hand. I mean, I started. I think I had my first drink when I was about 5, maybe 6. Got into the fridge and got some adult Kool-Aids, aka wine coolers.
Yeah, they definitely taste like Kool-Aid. I don't know how you feel on that one too, because my mom had wine coolers in the fridge at one point in time, and like a month later, she found them all behind like our food storage. So, yeah, I know how it goes down that road, but we'll continue. Go ahead.
You know, and then it was just, you know, a couple of years later. I think I was like 10, maybe 11. Was the first time I had a cigarette. You know, and then like I stole one out of my stepdad's pack of smokes. You know, and then every once in a while I would steal another one, and you know, progressively it became 2, and then 4. You know,
And then the whole pack, because why not?
yeah, you know, but like by the time I was 15, I was a full blown smoker. You know.
Yep.
And by the time I was 16, like the smoking sort of like led to drinking, you know, and I was drinking not like hardcore everyday drinking, but like, you know, it progressed to that, you know, by the time, like, I didn't even touch marijuana until I was, almost 18 years old,
Yeah.
you know, but by the time I turned 18, after I'd started smoking pot and going to parties and shit, you know, obviously, like, I was bullied a lot in school anyway, but, you know, like, that sort of, like, led me to, like, the drinking and the partying because, hey, fuck, at least there I fit in, you know, like, as a little guy, you know, because, like, growing up, like, up until my freshman year, I was only about 5 foot tall.
Yeah, I could see it being really easy to fit in with the kids that were drinking and smoking, especially if you could swipe a pack of cigarettes and just be that guy that always had the cigarettes, or that guy that could always get a beer because they're in your fridge, or anything. So yeah, I could definitely see that. I started smoking when I was really young too, and I got caught several times, but I never did anything. But as we're on the topic of like cigarettes and stuff, like no one really realizes that the person who is smoking in high school will usually turn out to be the addict, because a person that's smoking in high school usually ends up in the same crowd that's smoking. And even if they were into it or not before, they're going to be eventually, because smoking one thing leads into smoking another thing. Smoking into another thing leads you into drinking something, and that just leads you straight down the road of addiction. Like, I think cigarettes and minors these days, like, I wish if I knew now what I knew then, I would have never done it in the first place.
Absolutely.
But if I hadn't have ever done it in the first place, I wouldn't know what I know now. So it's kind of a catch-22. It goes both ways, but yeah, it's crazy.
But like as I was saying, you know, like I didn't start smoking marijuana until I was almost 18. But by the time I turned 18, I had been kicked out of one school, dropped out of another, you know, and I used to go from school to school to school, you know, moving back and forth here or there. Never really had any stable, steady friends, you know. But by the time I turned 18, I was smoking a quarter ounce of weed a day to myself, drinking a fifth of Jaeger and a 12-pack of Corona, you know, behind that quarter ounce of weed. You know, so like I was a full blown alcoholic pothead. You know, like I used to work somewhere, and like I would take like a fifth of tequila to work with me, and make smoothies using tequila. Like in an 8-hour shift, I would go through a fifth of tequila to myself, at work.
Yeah, being the addict that I am, quite honestly, a tequila smoothie sounds pretty good, but I don't think that's even been a thought in anyone else's mind on the planet. It would have to take an addict alcoholic to go, let's mix a smoothie, or not a smoothie, of a milkshake, smoothie, whatever it is, with alcohol. Like, yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, but like Like I was like legit like at home I would drink Jaeger. At work, well, I don't drink Jaeger at work. You know, people can smell the Jaeger. It smells like black licorice. You know, but hey, if I drink tequila,
That it just smells like alcohol.
yeah, like you know, oh yeah, no, like I just cut myself. You know, it's rubbing alcohol. Don't worry about it. But
I'm pretty sure that has two different distinct smells.
I know, but like that was my drunk brain working. You know, whatever. You know, but like at the same time, you know, like being drunk at work. You know, like I never left that job with less than like $25-$30 in tips a night.
Yeah.
I was such a people person when I was drunk, dude. It was crazy. Like how do you work a job where, you know, the average like tips like split 3 or 4 ways is like $5 or $6, but like because I was drunk at work, we was getting like $25-$30 each.
And then everybody else probably encouraged you on it because they were making money.
Dude, yeah, no.
If you didn't have money to get alcohol, you'd come in, the tips would drop. They'd be like, "Tony, why aren't you fucked up today?
Yeah, like
we're broke now."
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah,
we need to do something. Like we're hurting for tips, bro.
Yeah,
I need a pack of smokes.
Yeah.
You know, but like, yeah, no, like it got pretty bad for a while, you know, and then, you know, I met the mother of my oldest daughter, drinking, smoking, you know, partying, you know, and, you know, me and her stayed together for about 5.5 years, you know, and then we finally split because I was drinking, I was smoking pot, and I cheated. You know, I mean...
Sounds like a destructive relationship.
Like I could tell the whole story, and it would almost sound like an excuse. So, like, I'm not gonna tell that whole story.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, you know, parts of it, you know, like she was working at a adult club as a waitress. She wasn't a dancer, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, like she was buying me lap dances, and she was buying me drinks, so feeding the alcoholism, feeding the perversion, the sex addict that we all are.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we had like a conversation about growing our family, like communicating responsibly as adults, and then she changed her mind without me knowing. And, you know, time came to, you know, talk about it again and grow the family. And she made a selfish decision. She was like, well, I want to keep drinking and smoking, and I'm not ready for any more responsibility. You know, and it's like, well, fuck, you know, like, thought we had like a family plan, you know what I mean? But
that'd be a hard pill to swallow, especially when you're like in the midst of it and like you're thinking maybe this is my way out, and then someone else is like, no, I'm not your way out. Like, yeah, I could see how that would spin you right back down the toilet. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's emotional, just like when you said before, everybody that you love or is claimed to love you left. Like it just feeds right back into that.
Yeah, you know.
So.
And in that situation, like, yes, I did cheat. You know, I've always admitted that I cheated. You know, but like, trying to make the amends, try to, you know, make it right. You know, some people are willing to forgive, some people aren't. You know, and she just wasn't. You know, there's nothing I can do to change the past. The only thing I can do is, you know, move on and try to be okay with the future. You know?
For sure.
And like that's when. But the woman I cheated with happens to be the mother of my 2 youngest.
Ain't that a coincidence?
You know, but you know, lo and behold, like, you know, the mother of my 2 youngest, she left me too. You know, and you know, like my heavy addiction to methamphetamines, like, it started with the mother of my 2 youngest. Like, at the time, right before I started my heavy use of crystal, I was the only adult working in a house with 4 adults, and 4 children. All 4 children were in diapers. 2 of them were on formula. I was the only one working, so rent, food, formula, diapers, laundry, gas in the car, insurance, registration, cell phone bills, and I was making $8.50 an hour. You know, I worked my ass off for a lot. You know, and like at that time, I knew I could do anything. You know, like if I can make this household work, 4 adults, 4 kids, in diapers, 2 on formula, insurance, registration, you know, the bills, as on one income of $8.50 an hour, just busting my ass. I could do just about anything, and I knew that.
No shit. That's a hard one, man. I could barely take care of myself and my girlfriend and my baby, and there's 2 of us working, and it's still a struggle. So I don't know. However, you managed to pull that one off. Were you using at the time?
No.
No?
But they were.
Yeah. But they were. So you didn't really have to feed them all that much, did you?
Not that I was aware of. You know, but like I said, I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I had never seen it before. I didn't know what was going on. You know, and then like one night while I was at work, I was washing dishes in a casino on a graveyard shift. So it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I get a call from the property management at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning at work in the dish pit, letting me know that my fiance, because we were engaged at the time, was arguing with some other male outside of the apartment complex, outside of the apartment at 2 o'clock in the morning, like yelling, scream fighting.
Some shit a straight up crackhead would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, like, I let them know, let the management know what's going on. They let me go so I could go see what the hell was going on at my house.
Yeah.
You know, and it turns out that, like that night, I found out that she'd been cheating on me. You know, like, I'd been busting my ass for this house. The 2 other adults that were living with me was my ex's sister and her man and their 2 kids. You know, and it was fucking hard, dude. Like, you know, like, I'm busting my ass. I'm doing everything I can to support you, myself, our kids, help your sister and her man and their kids, like, and this is, like, how you're gonna do me? You know, and then, like, the situation at hand was, she sits there and goes, well, you know, like, I have to be honest with you. This is what's been going on. And she told me that she'd been using. And she sits there and goes, well, I know we haven't really been spending much time together, you know, because, like, the caring person that I am, like, I was doing whatever I could to, you know, mend, fix, repair relationship.
Yeah, and this is where she starts the manipulation process, and
if you come in here and smoke this with me, we'll be able to spend more time together.
Yeah, straight manipulation.
If you come in here and smoke this with me, you know, sex is great on this. Well, how the fuck do you know? Like, we haven't had sex in like a month and a half. How long have you been using?
No shit, huh?
Like, who else have you been having sex with? Because you haven't been having sex with me.
Yeah, right?
You know, like it fucking, like, I'm not stupid. Like, I caught on pretty quick. You know, but, like, and honestly, like, the first time that she offered, it took me almost a full week of contemplation of whether or not I wanted to actually do that or not.
And as soon as you did, it was poof. Off to the runs, wasn't it?
Off to the fucking races.
Straight off with it.
Because, like, I was, like I said, the graveyard shift, 11 at night till 7 in the morning, washing dishes. Like, I was able to keep up. It gave me the energy and focus to be able to fucking keep up that fucking late at night and then go home. And, like, I would go home in the morning. I didn't know what was going on before I started using, you know what I mean? But, like, I would get home 7:30 in the morning, like, because I had to, like, walk home.
Yeah.
You know, 7:30 in the morning, I was getting home. And all 3 of the other adults would leave. And I was stuck at home after working 8-10 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With 4 infant children, all in diapers, 2 on formula.
Yeah.
While you guys were out doing whatever the fuck they were doing, because I didn't know.
Yeah. And now that you're all gacked out, you're like, damn, they've been holding out on me. I've been supporting this family, running on fumes, and they've been holding gasoline this whole time.
Right?
Like,
what the fuck
boom, straight to the races.
The fuck is this nitrous bullshit, dude? Like,
right?
nah, but like, I remember one time vividly, like, I had been up for like 3 days, and I told him, I was like, look, I work in like 2 hours. I need to lay down, take a nap, wake me up in an hour and a half, you know, and then make sure that there's something for me so that I can smoke and then go to work. Right? They did. They made sure I had something to smoke. I went into the bathroom and fucking took a couple like dragon lung hits off of this bitch. Like, I'd been awake for all of about 2.5 minutes. I slept in my work clothes just to make sure I was already ready to go.
Yeah, right. Why waste time on getting undressed just to get up and do it again?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, no, like I took like 3 or 4 big fucking like dragon lung hits off of that bitch, and I fucking went straight the fuck out. I fucking hit the dirt, dude. Like, I took big enough hits that like I fucking blacked out and hit the ground. Like, my ex said that my heart stopped.
Did you make it to work on time?
I did.
I think that was the overall goal of the day.
Like, my heart stopped. I fucking hit the ground. I fucking... like, somehow my heart started again. Like, almost simultaneously.
Like I can envision you as one of those little noodle dudes in front of a store. It's all... poof, and then boom, bounced right back up.
Inflatable arm flailing tube, man. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was pretty intense. You know, but like when I got up, I was like, dude, let's fucking do that again. Like, that was awesome.
Right?
You know, like, that was like the best feeling I'd ever had.
That was the one and only time you'll ever get to touch the tail of the dragon. The rest of your life is chasing it.
Yep. That was it, dude. That was one and done.
Yeah. One and done. The rest of it's pure misery afterwards.
Fucking ain't right.
But, yeah, that's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, you know, so at that point, like, I used for about 4.5 to 5 years solid. You know, and, you know, but now, today, like, I've got a little over 2 years clean, so.
Hell yeah, that's what it's about.
Fucking ain't right.
Yep. All right, now that we got all of that, how many times have you gotten clean and then relapsed again?
Let's see. Without just count, let's see. There was about 8 or 9 times that like I tried to get clean because my 2 youngest were living with my stepbrother, and they didn't want me in the house around the girls.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. And, yeah, you know, like, perfect, awesome, thank you so much. You know, like, you're helping guide me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I would get to the point where I was, you know, a week and a half clean, you know, and then my stepbrother, the girls were living with, had some medical issues, and he was on disability and Social Security, and he had pain meds. And he would sit there and tell me, oh, well, I overspent. Like, I you know, like, I can't afford to pay the rent. Like, I need you to take these and go sell them, so, you know, so that we can have the money to pay the power bill.
Yeah, so this is leading, like, right next into the second question is, like, how did you set yourself up, or how did you get set up to relapse whenever it happened?
Yeah, but, like, this happened probably, like I said, like, the 8 times just there. Mm-hmm. You know, like... Well, you know, like, if you want to keep a roof over the head of your girls, like, they sort of used me to...
Manipulation. Yeah. Straight back into manipulation.
Yeah, you know, because, like, as an addict, you know, like, I can't go fucking running into the dope house selling a bunch of pills and shit. We're, like, you don't even do pills. Like, you know, where the fuck did you get these pills? Like, of course I'm going to have to fucking use. You know
yeah, I mean? For real. Oh, you're a narc. You better smoke this.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, cool. I mean, it's not that you really didn't want to, because you did. If you didn't want to, you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I knew what was gonna happen, so, like, I was already prepared to fucking smoke before I got there. I had my lighter, I had my own fucking pipe, everything.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't have a fucking pipe, I had a fucking light bulb. Whatever, like, fucking take a piece of tinfoil. It didn't fucking matter. I'll smoke that shit, fucking crush it up to a line. I didn't give a fuck. All right. Fuck, cool, send it.
Right.
You know, here, I got $300 worth of pills for you. Give me a fucking line real quick.
Right. Lead off with that, because, I mean, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Here, let's start off this
Fuck,
business.
fuck all the bullshit. And just move right into the straight up conversation of things.
Yeah, like let's fucking start this business off right. Here, let's fucking
Right.
do some drugs together.
Not many people decide they want to strip search you to look for a wire, or even question you after you just did half their bag of dope.
Fucking A.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. Like sometimes hitting a fucking quag better than the fucking owner of the quag. You get kind of upset. Hey, you need to slow down on that.
bitch, why?
I just fucking took one hit. Get off my back.
Right?
You smoked like a half a gram in one hit. Well, sorry, your lungs aren't as big as mine.
Well, how much do you smoke in one hit? Because apparently you're not doing it right.
Well, apparently I'm better at getting high than you are. I didn't know it was a fucking competition, but
Right?
I
No
win.
shit, huh?
I win.
But I win. Tell us about the story when you I can't remember. You're staying somewhere and like you had like gotten clean or something, and you like stashed some shit like up in like a riser or something.
Oh yeah, that time. I was actually living at a trailer park, and I had a 15-foot camp trailer, and I was living with my ex-wife's older sister. That's triggering enough, right? Like, who the fuck?
Oh, shit.
But anyway, like, yeah, no, like, she was in a treatment program, and I had to be able to pee clean. And within, like, the first week or so that we were living together, like, I got super pissed off. Like, I ran out, I relapsed, and I made sure that, like, I bought enough that just in case I got pissed off again, I had something I could fucking use.
Right.
I didn't have to go look for it.
That was a straight up setup. Like that wasn't even a setup to relapse. That was I'm gonna buy my next relapse, but
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna do this little bit. I'm gonna stash this.
Oh yeah.
That way I don't have to run and buy more next time in case I don't have money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Premeditated relapse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're not wrong at all. But the funny thing is I actually didn't end up using that. I ended up selling that probably 2 weeks before I relapsed again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I had, like, it was like a single shard. It was in like a vacuum sealed pack. Like, who vacuum seals
Get all
their
fancy.
fucking dope? Yeah, who vacuum seals their dope? But it was like in a vacuum sealed pack that, like, I bought it that way. Like, I didn't fucking seal it. Like, I'm a fucking dope head. I'm not gonna fucking make it difficult for myself to get into.
Right. No shit.
But so, like, obviously it was prepackaged for distribution. But anyway, like, I stashed it in a public bathroom, like, above, like, the public use showers, like, on a fucking, like, on a beam. Because there's cobwebs, obviously they're not fucking clean. Nobody's gonna fucking find it.
That's the shit that got me. It was like above a shower, and being what it was, like the steam could evaporated away to nothing. But you're like, no, fuck it. No one ever gets up here. Let's put it there. It's not in my house.
Yeah.
That means I can run whenever I want to and grab it whenever I want to.
Yeah.
As long as no one's in the shower.
No, fuck it. Even if they were in the shower, I climb up on the, like, because there was a shower here with double curtains, shower here, double curtains, and then there was a wall, and then there was, like, 3 sinks.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I could stand up on the couch. That's where I hid it. I didn't hide it, like, above the shower. It was, like, above the sinks.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, from the sink side.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyway, like, it was, yeah, no, like, I had that, like, 1 gram shard stashed away for probably 6 months. I was clean for 6 months with a premeditated relapse, just anytime I wanted it.
Right. Right.
Like, I don't know, some people would say that's retarded or, difficult to deal with, like, see, like, I can have it and not use it. Like, I was proving myself right. Like, I can control this.
Right.
On my own. I don't need anybody's fucking help.
Right. It's like that saying. It's better to have it than not need it than need it and not have it.
Fucking A.
Just in like the most negative sense of the sense of the thing. Because I mean, it's like I went several times with a little 20 rock in my waistband because I'd put it in like a pen and I'd hide it in my waistband. I could go like a couple weeks without using with that in my waistband. And then as soon as I'd give that away, I'm like, oh fuck, I should probably get another one just in case I need it. And you go to the dope house to pick up another little bag, and they're like, hey man, smoke with us. You're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
why not? I'm already here.
Yeah.
Like I'm already right here in the situation. I might as well since it's free.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
But then there was that other time that really fucking tripped me out, dude. Like, I remember walking out of your old house, right as one of the fucking local police officers come walking up onto the porch, and like you and we had just got done smoking, but like at the time we had one of those big fucking vanity light bulbs.
Yep.
That's what we were smoking out of.
Yep.
And like I had probably 1.5 grams melted down into a lake in that bitch, and then I also had like another ball that was just like rolled up in like the Ziploc baggie that I shoved into the end of the light bulb, and I just pocketed that bitch. Like it wasn't wrapped up. I didn't put it in a backpack, so I walked out with my pocket bulged this fucking big, right past.
Looking like you're holding a damn softball in your pocket.
Yeah, and I walked right past this officer, and I sit there and go, "What's up, officer? How are you? Have a good day." And kept fucking walking, dude.
You gotta know he knew we were high when we walked out, because we walked out and like the sun hit us. We're both like, oh fuck. And we open our eyes and he's just standing there. We're like, oh, yeah, I forget that you guys exist.
Right?
Like, yeah.
The fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, right. Like, what are you doing here? But, yeah, that's crazy. All right, moving on. Tell us about your rock bottom, man. Where did you finally hit your lowest point and finally smacked your head into the rock bottom of addiction? And like, paint the picture for us. Let's hear it, man.
Oh shit. Well, let's see. I was already getting high, and my kids were living with my mom and my stepdad. And like I'm talking just my two youngest. I haven't seen my oldest in almost 6 years. Or a little over 6 years now, coming up on 7. But like my two little ones were living with my mom and my stepdad, and I was out I was fucking unreliable as fuck. Like I was out using, I was doing fucking addict thing, running and gunning, and I was hardly ever home. I wasn't being a dad, and then like I would borrow their car. I actually almost fucking put the car over a fucking guardrail doing 70 miles an hour with 3 other fucking people in the car at the time, but like I sat there and go, well, like if I wasn't a fucking good enough fucking driver, that like 4 people would be dead, like fuck you guys.
Right, when the point is, if I wasn't high, I wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place.
Yeah, that's not the fucking point. The point is that like I saved this fucking car in this situation, all right? Whether I was high or not is completely fucking irrelevant.
Right?
No, but like so. Between wrecking the car, being unreliable, like they're basically the parents to my kids, not grandma and grandpa. They got a hold of me and they were like, well, I'm sick of your shit. You need to get the fuck out. And so I basically took like a personal shot, like, well, fuck you guys too then. Like if you guys are kicking me out, you guys are kicking my girls out too.
Right, use the pity card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that didn't fucking work. They were just like, all right, well, you have a decision to make. Either they're going to stay here or they're going with you. And, and I didn't fucking, no, like, that's not okay. Like, I never took my kids to a dope house. Never.
Right.
Never.
And now you're faced with that decision because you just blurted out the victim card.
Yeah.
And now you're face to face with this idea of, oh shit.
No. So you know what I did? I got a hold of their mom. Apparently she had been clean for a little while. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she still is or not. Like, I think she smokes pot or something like that. But it's legal where she lives.
Yeah, so, legal.
Yeah, but anyway, like, so I got a hold of their mom, and I was like, look, Mom and John are kicking me out, which means they're kicking the girls out too. You need to come down here and get them. Because I wasn't about to take them to a dope house.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think I got busted twice after that. The first time was over in the other township across the way. Mm-hmm. And I was driving somebody else's car. I didn't even fucking have anything on me. I was going to make a pickup, you know. So like I got busted in his car,
Yeah.
and the stuff that they found that they charged me with was empty baggies of his that they found in the trunk when they searched the vehicle.
Oh, it's not mine, officer. They hear that all the time, bro.
Yeah,
Come
I
on
know,
now.
I know, but like, yeah, like this time it was like legitimate. Like it's not even my fucking car, dude. Like,
these aren't my pants. I don't know how they got there.
no, like it was like they found like 6 empty baggies in the trunk with trace amounts. Cool, fucking can't even get high off of that. Thanks, you know, but whatever, you know, like so I sat in jail for about a week and a half, and they let me out. You know, and then I came back over here, and obviously fucking being in jail for 10 days didn't fucking do anything.
Yeah, it just dried you out a little
It
bit.
just dried me out a little bit so I could go get fucking loaded again.
Enough to the point where you can make another like 2-month run not sleeping again.
Yeah, fucking
got enough sleep to restart.
Caught up enough sleep that I could fucking do that hard reset.
Right, 10 days straight, 3 hots and a cot, all the sleep you need.
Fucking A.
To run a gun for another couple years if you wanted to.
Right. But yeah, from at that point, like I just come back home and like I got a hold of people. Like I was like, hey, if you need any help running, let me know. Like, yeah, like I'm fresh out. Like I got legs. I got. Let's go.
Right. He's
like,
already trying to do a come up. Hey, I'm the new runner. Let's get it done.
Yeah, like let's get some fucking money made. You know what I mean? And within about from the time I got out to the time I got arrested again was maybe 5.5, 6 months. But I went from having nothing, like I still had my trailer. Like my trailer was still at the place where I was living when I stashed the shit.
Yeah,
you know,
for real.
Yeah, it was still like the trailer was still in the same place, because I was able to keep up on my rent and shit like that. I had a full-time job.
Yeah.
You know, and so at that point I was still like I still had my job. I even talked to the management and like they're like, all right, you know, well we'll hold on to it until you get back. So I was able to keep my job. I was able to keep my place. So I came back. I had everything set up still, but like I got a hold of somebody so that like I could sort of make it come up.
Yeah.
You know. Per se. You know, but like within that 5-month time period, I went from, you know, just simple daily use, you know, 1.5 grams a day or whatever, to the day that I got arrested. At that time, I was moving probably 1.5 ounces of meth and 1 ounce of heroin a week.
Yeah, it's crazy how that little bit of downtime can throw you straight into a different
lifestyle.
Like, yeah, a complete different like time loop than you were in the time before.
Yeah.
Like you upgrade every time you come out because you get that time to eat, sleep, rest, and then you come out, you're thinking.
You come out swinging. Bro.
You come out, you're like thinking like not in a positive way, but you're thinking like in a fresh way.
Absolutely.
Like a fresh way. You're like, okay, this is what I did last time, so I know if I do this, I can step my game up and I kill myself faster.
Yeah, for real.
So.
For real.
Yeah.
You know, but like when I got arrested, I was using 4.5 grams of crystal meth a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I got lucky as fuck. Probably one of the luckiest motherfuckers when it comes to like dealing and shit, because like they busted me like I was out making a drop.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be, you know, like not bullshitting the bullshitters, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had about 1 gram in my pocket that I was going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, that's all that I had on me. I didn't have multiple baggies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, simple possession.
Yeah.
You know, I sat in jail for 11 months off of simple possession. But if they would have busted me at home rather than making a drop,
Yeah, you got hit hard.
dude, I would have been hit hard because like for every 20 bag of heroin that I was selling, I had clean needles.
Yeah.
I was a responsible dealer. Like
right.
You know, like
here's a point with the bag.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Here's a clean one with each bag.
Yeah, I was doing something very similar. I just wasn't giving out a free clean one. I was keeping it.
Yeah,
but
no, like
but yeah.
But like I was giving out clean fucking needles with every fucking bag of heroin that I sold. You know, but like at my house, so like I had all those sharps.
Mm-hmm.
I had probably 5 different weed pipes. I had an ounce and a half of weed, but you'd never find weed in my system.
Right.
So obviously it was just for selling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had 3/4 of an ounce of meth
Mm-hmm.
and a half ounce of heroin.
Yeah.
You know, like in a 15-foot camp trailer.
Mm-hmm. See, this is what I think is funny about the system, because you sat in there for how long?
11 months.
11 months, and I was in there for what, 2.5?
Yeah.
2.5. You got caught in a simple possession. I had distribution with intent, possession, paraphernalia, and a whole bunch of like just shit, man. Like, luckily that day I had so if I had gotten busted earlier that day, I had guns. But I traded all the guns for the drugs that I had. So it kind of it worked out not to put me into a federal case.
Yeah.
But if I got caught with the guns without the drugs, I think I'd have been better off than either way.
Yeah.
So they'd have took the guns, gave me a ticket for having unregistered firearms.
Yeah.
Depending on what they decided to do on it. But yeah, continue. I just think that's nuts.
Yeah, like, you know, but like I couldn't be more grateful for the officer that arrested me that day.
Yeah, I know I've shook the officer's hand that arrested me that day, because
Same guy, I think.
Probably. But I was I was ready to go out, man. I had just like that night that I got arrested was my absolute rock bottom. If I hit another rock bottom after this, it'll be the rock bottom of a fucking grave.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know, man. That fucking pre-workout shit that I took fucking like sent me into a whirlwind of like, oh, I fucked up, like.
Yeah, no, like.
But yeah, man.
I really think that just like sort of like affects you differently than it affects me. Like.
Yeah, probably.
You know, because like I let somebody else try it, and it sort of like he was like started getting real itchy.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, "What the fuck is in this?" Like, got him all concerned. Like, it's never done that to me. You know, so like, you know, like things affect people differently.
Yeah, dude, I was up and out the door. We played video games for what, like 20 minutes, and I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, and then I just played around all the rest of the day. So.
Yeah. No. Like.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. You know, you say it's, you know, you feel like it was almost like a relapse type situation. Like, it doesn't do that to me. So.
Yeah, but see, you take it and you work out. Like, you use it for its intended purpose.
Yeah.
I just did it just to fucking do it, just because it tasted good.
Yeah.
And then look where I ended up, fucking painting numbers backwards on my trailer and stuff. Like, and I didn't even notice it. I posted it on the internet, and somebody else had to comment on there, did you mean to do this? So now here I am.
Yes.
Now, well, I did.
That looked dope as shit.
Well, I said yes, and then I was like, I didn't do that on purpose. So I had to go through all the platforms. I put it on all the classifieds and deleted off of all of them. And I still got messages after that saying, did you put your number on there backwards? It's like, no, leave me alone. I fixed it. But yeah, that's just wild, man. It's oh man. All right, so moving on from that, so we know where you've been, we know where you came from, what you did, what you've done, all that stuff. What do you do now, income wise, like main job, side jobs?
Right now, my primary source of income is, you know, Big L's Burgers, but I'm a cook, you know, and it's enough to pay the bills. Not a whole lot of excess, you know, because the program I'm in, like, I have to take specific days off rather than work.
Yeah, for real.
You know, so,
yep.
But that's almost done and over. But
yep.
I also do side work. Sometimes you call me for help.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my stepdad, he calls me for help quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you know, I've been offered several other jobs in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, but like my stepdad, he told me earlier, just a couple of weeks ago, his sister goes, well, so what I'm gonna do, because I want to go fishing more this summer than, you know, the last few years.
Yep.
my stepdad's 74, almost 75 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to go climb on a roof and go fucking
Yeah,
uncover
for real.
swamp coolers.
For real.
And so like he's passing off all of his side jobs onto me, and he sits there and goes, well, like I make probably between $4,000 and $6,000 a year doing these side jobs that I do. But this year I'm passing them on to you. So you need to make sure that you have some availability because you're gonna be working. All right, cool. Like I can use the extra money.
Right.
But like that's just one of the side jobs. And like depending on the job, depending on how much time. And like usually like I also do my own sort of thing on the side. Like I do little tree limbing and whatever, haul stuff away, just go clean up somebody's yard. If it's not something that's big enough for like a personal business owner, like contractor, like yourself or somebody else, people throw out my name. Like I have a trailer, I have a truck, I have 2 hands, 2 legs that work. I get some fucking work done.
Right. It's all hustle, hustle, hustle here. Like a lot of people don't realize, like especially within addiction, that especially in this little town that we live in, that there's a lot of fucking money here.
Oh, there's
tons. Like no one realizes it, but there is.
There's
like
tons of money.
Like there's so much money here. It's the only thing that really makes the difference is, do you have what they're willing to give you their money for?
Yeah.
And here, with how everything's changing here, with the people retiring and coming in, they want nice homes. They want their properties looking fresh. They don't want to do it themselves. Yeah. They just bought a property. They want it cleaned up. Yeah. And then like I've noticed in my case, people want it cleaned up and then they want it maintained. Like I've got 4 or 5 repeats this year that I had last year.
Yeah.
Just to come back and do exactly what I did last year, but expand it into different parts of the yard as well.
Yeah, see, and then I've also like come across situations where, like they have a small tree that like is dead. Like,
yeah.
Like it hasn't grown anything in years.
Yeah.
They're like, well, can you just like take it down to the stump? Like at my house, I have a wood burning stove.
Yeah, free firewood.
Yeah, not only am I getting free firewood, but like I'm also getting paid to do it.
Yeah, it's like the other day when that guy dropped a tree right next to his house. Yeah. He came over, offered us $20 in firewood to cut the limbs off, throw them in his trailer, and take the firewood home. Yeah. Like you can't get beat to get paid doubly.
Yeah. Like you're paying me twice.
You get money and a product, like.
But like we're working, getting paid, and another guy comes up and his sister goes, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you twice to come and do this."
Yeah.
Fucking sold.
Yeah, for real.
No question.
For real. Like
we even had the chainsaw right there in the back of the truck, so we could whatever. Like, yeah, send it. Yeah. Like we're already right there. Like, I think we drove the truck. What was it, like 30 yards?
Not even that.
Yeah.
We just pulled it right around the fence.
But
we did have to go into town to get gas for the chainsaw.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was lunchtime anyways, so.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's sort of what I'm doing. Plus, like I do a lot of service work too, because there's people around here that like simple things, like one of the guys, he works for the city center, like he's got back problems, and hey, can you come help me with the portable stage?
Yeah.
Or the portable dance floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Like,
right.
I live right next door. Like,
right.
Why? Like, there's no reason why I can't go spend an hour helping him.
Especially when all you do for that hour is play video games or sit at home and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. For real.
Better than watching porn.
Yeah. 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 Why rot your mind? But.
Yeah. But like it's cool. Like, with the service work and stuff like that I've done, I've been granted the graciousness of responsibility, like and respect.
Right.
And trust. Like I have access to the building.
Yeah. Yeah. Like usually not very many people get a key to public building. Yeah, to a city building unless they're a city person, like someone that works for the city.
like,
So
and I have access. Like, I have
right, and a set time where you can go do stuff.
Yeah, like I have access.
Like
I have access to an indoor gym to go play basketball. I mean, I have a set time because they have other stuff that goes on. Like they have scheduled times.
yeah, but it's just the point of it.
Yeah.
Like you went from stashing dope in public showers to having keys to a city building that has a basketball court.
Yeah, and it's been just a little over 2 years. And in those 2 years, 11 months of that was spent in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've got 2 years and 2 months.
Yeah.
2 years, almost 3 months clean. So that's 27 months. 11 of that was spent in jail. So, after jail, that's...
Yeah. That's a year,
that's
like a
16
year
months.
and 6
That's
months.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yeah.
a year and 4 months. That,
Yep.
like, I've worked my ass off to the point where, like, I'm trusted, I'm respected, and I'm dependable.
Yeah. 3 things you weren't before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And then, like, I got my stepdad that offered me all of his side jobs. Not only did he offer me all that money, like, that's money out of his pocket.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? But he also told me that as soon as I graduate this program, he's going to take the title and he's going to sign it over to me.
Right.
Like, he's giving me a truck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to pay for it. Like, he's just going to give it to me. Like, that's working for what, like...
Blessings, man.
Blessings, man. Like, recovery is beautiful and, like, I would change for... You know, and then on top of that, dude, like, I mean, this is sort of straight away from, like, work, but, like, my oldest daughter that I haven't been able to see in 6 years.
Yeah.
I get to start seeing her again.
Yeah, you've been working on that for a minute, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Custody, mediation. I get to start seeing my daughter again.
Yeah.
She gets to start knowing her sisters, finally.
Yeah.
Like, the last time she was around her 2 little sisters, the baby that just turned 6 in February was 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
2 weeks old.
It's a long time, man. I know for me and my siblings, it's completely drawn a wall behind us. Being, like, so separated. But there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
You know? So tell us about the boundary. Tell us a little bit about your boundaries. What boundaries have you set now? And withholding them, and what boundaries do you have now compared to when you were in active addiction?
Well, see, when I was in active addiction, there was little to nothing that I wouldn't do. I mean, no homo, no gay shit.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, doors open.
Right.
You know, like, I've had sexual intercourse with women that are older than my mother. I've had, I've been in, like, I was invited into rooms to watch, like, some people would call this a blessing in disguise. I don't know. Like, it was weird. But, like, the situation was really weird. Like, I was selling a bag of dope to this married couple, and, you know, it got her super horny, but I don't know, you know the term dope dick?
Yep.
Severe case.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
Pretty sure wasn't he old too, so
No.
that might have had like a factor to play in it.
No, like, he was just a little older than me.
Oh.
Maybe 5 or 6 years older than me. Not too bad. But yeah, like, it was weird because, like, they bought the drugs from me, then they shared basically the first bowl with me, and then they started doing their little show in front of me.
Their thing.
Yeah, their thing. And then I was sort of just, like, left alone with their fucking drugs that they just bought from me while they were doing their thing. Just, oh, yeah, no, just go ahead. Keep smoking. It's fine. So they just paid me to
smoke their drugs
and watch them
do their thing. Yeah.
You know, like, as an addict, what more could you want? It's not like I'm watching.
Drugs. More drugs.
I had some. They just bought from me. You think I'm gonna come empty-handed? You know, and like when I left, what they just bought from me was already gone. So I left them another puddle for when I left. Whatever.
Right.
That was nice.
Right.
That was kind, generous, whatever. You know, you just put on an hour and a half long show for me. The least I could do, right?
Right. Keep you going a little longer so you don't realize your bag's gone.
You know, and then they'd buy some from me the next day. Whatever.
Wild, man.
Yeah, you know, but you know, boundaries, you know, like today it's a little easier to uphold boundaries, set boundaries, uphold boundaries. I just actually had to, you know, my employer just started doing breakfast, and I'd worked breakfast in different employment situations, and I don't like working breakfast. You know, like it's a mess. It's, you know, like we were doing well as it was. You know, like why change the menu? You know, like I used to work for McDonald's years ago, and like that transition from breakfast to lunch.
Mm-hmm. Nightmare.
Always has been, always will be.
So much shit going in the trash, and then
yeah.
And then not only that, especially if somebody decides to come and order something like later, and they're like, tell a customer, oh yeah, sure, it's no problem, and now you gotta break everything out again, and
you know, it's a fucking terror. So like, I set a firm boundary. Like, I want nothing to do with breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, yes, that did cut back on my hours a little bit.
But how much did that really hurt you though? Because now you have more time to do something of to make a higher profit.
Yeah, I know.
Like.
But like, that's my point. Like, you know, like with some of the other jobs that I've been offered in the past, or just within the last couple of weeks, every one of them is at least $1.75 more an hour.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I still there?
Because you owe them money.
But like they would let me go.
Yeah.
But like that's another reason. It's not the fact that I owe them money. It's the fact that like, you know, this ownership, this family that I work for, was kind enough and gracious enough to loan me enough money to get into my apartment that's big enough that I can have my kids have their own room. Right. They don't have to share a room with me. They don't have to sleep in my room while I sleep on the couch. You know, like I have a kitchen of my own. Like I have a bathroom. I have 2 bathrooms.
Right.
One of them doesn't work, but
it's a fact if you have it.
It's still fucking there.
Still a bathroom, functional or non-functional.
Yeah, you know. But, you know, like, I have everything that I could possibly want. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need for anything.
Right. We're thinking about moving from here to a trailer right over there.
Yeah.
Because it's empty now. So we're thinking about kind of downsizing. That way, if opportunity presents itself, she'd be able to get a better job and everything. Yeah. So we're kind of in a transition decisional point at the moment too. So
yeah, it makes sense. You know, and like, see, but like that's one of the things. Like you don't come across, you know, I've had a lot of shitty employers over the years. Yeah. I mean, my first job, I worked it from the age of 13 until I was 19. Yeah. 6 years solid. And it was the same place that she works. Not this particular fucking facility, but a different facility. But I worked that bitch for 6 years solid. Yeah. Never made it past $8 an hour. Yeah.
She started off like at almost double that. So.
You know, but like that. But like 13. When I was 13, that was fucking 20 years ago. So.
Yeah. Right. It was like the same thing she's making now. So.
Yeah. But anyway, like, you know, so like I don't know, like it was. Like, having good employers is fucking vital. You know, like, I'm so grateful and appreciative of the people that I work for. Yeah. You know, but at the same time, like, appreciation can't fucking be everything. You know, because, like, if I want to go anywhere, like, I've been working in kitchens for 20 years. This job that I have is the most I've made working in kitchens in 20 years.
Right, and it's probably like the most low rated.
But like I said, in the last like 3 weeks, I've been offered 4 jobs that pay $1.75 more an hour.
Yeah.
I've been doing kitchen work for 20 fucking years,
Yeah.
and I'm turning away jobs where I'm making more money. Guaranteed more hours, I promise you.
Yeah.
Why?
Right?
You know, like, but, and like, I can tell you exactly why. Because I don't want to have to transition between jobs while I'm still in this program.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to ask permission
Yeah, no
to
shit.
better my life.
Right? I
You
get
know,
that. I get that full-heartedly.
So like, and if I don't transition from job to job while I'm still in the program, I think I'll probably be the only person that hasn't gone from one job to the next in the program.
Yeah.
Everybody else, job to job to job to job.
I haven't. We worked at La Quinta right at first, and then we quit La Quinta because a better job opened up, and we've been there ever since.
Oh yeah, but you still transitioned once.
Yeah, we transitioned once, but
technically
also,
you did twice, because now you quit and you're working something else.
Yeah, so
I
run my own business now.
You
so
did twice,
that's not a transition. I work my ass off for that. That's not a transition.
Yeah.
That was a leap off a cliff.
You're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome.
Right.
That first fucking job. Pissed you the fuck off, and you fucking basically took a kick right in the dick.
Yeah.
On the wage for that.
Yeah.
You know, but
I did a lot after that too.
Goddamn electric power tools and shit.
I did it all last summer. I took straight kicks all last summer.
Yeah.
Like there was some where I banked out on, but some not so much. So it evened out. But I'm kind of learning it. Yeah. I'm getting it now.
Trialing it, everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. So when are you gonna come work for me?
I don't know. When are you gonna offer me more?
I can't even pay myself more than that.
So what the fuck are you doing offering me more? Offering me money? Like, once you can offer me what my fucking time is worth.
But you're sitting at a job paying you less than I'm offering you.
Yeah, I know. And the other jobs are offering me the same shit. But where I work, could you give me $2,500 to get into an apartment?
Probably.
Without taking out a loan.
We didn't say that. That don't count. That don't count.
No, like like they didn't have to take out a loan.
So?
They didn't have to take out a loan. Like,
well, that's not what you asked. That's not what you asked. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Comment down below and tell me if Tony should just come work with me. I think he should, but yeah, I don't know. All right, one last questions. What would you tell an addict that may be watching this? What advice would you give them? Like, what can you tell them?
Any advice that I have to give, don't dwell on the past. The past, it hurts and it has caused us to go the route that we went. But without going the route that we went, like, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have today. I wouldn't have the responsibilities and the trust and the respect that I have today had I not gone through what I've been through. And I would not have the things that I have in my life today without going through what I've gone through. And if you are in a suggested program or a required program, those things are not forever. There are other ways. And, no one person recovers the same. And knowledge and wisdom is eternal. You can take it with you wherever you go. So keep pushing forward. If you do happen to relapse, there is always a way back. Do not be afraid to ask for help.
Well said. It's well said. All right, guys. That's going to conclude the podcast. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, and we'll see you next time.